did a different screen on me. Okay, so we had Carrie today sort of talking about, the healthcare challenge, and lean is big in healthcare now. Like, they've got a massive problem. They're losing tons of money, and they're looking to Lean Six Sigma to help them fix this, right? So hospitals all across the country, especially with COVID, are now under tremendous pressure to get things, to make things better. So we're going to go ahead and listen to what Laura here has to say about the challenge.
Hi, my name is Laura Watson, and I run the lab at St. Sigma. One of the more serious problems we face is the turnaround time to run lab tests, especially when they're needed in a hurry on a stat basis. On occasion, it takes as long as 2 hours to generate test results, which leads to a lot of complaints. I'm particularly concerned about glucose testing, which is a high-volume test that should be very quick to perform. We need to set a cycle time goal that satisfies our customers and then manage our process to consistently meet that goal.
Okay, let me escape out of that and continue here.
I'll be leading a Lean Six Sigma project using the DMAIC framework to guide our project activities. Define: what are the priorities for action? Who is the customer? And what does the customer care about? Measure: how will we know when we get there? Does the testing equipment work? Analyze: what is the real root cause of the problem? Improve: turning plans into reality. Who does what, by when? Control: sustaining and sharing the gains.
Okay, so that's what Laura and her team are about. I'm going to go ahead and click and getting started. So they've got this blood testing process, glucose testing process, and it's just taking too long. Let me go ahead and do a little animation of the process here. So the process comes in, is delivered, they receive it, it goes into the centrifuge, they go over to the analyzer, they load the analyzer, the results come back, and they provide it to the doctor, and who ultimately sort of talks to the patient, right? So this is the process that we're looking at, and we want to figure out how we can measure this process. So I'm clicking to measure, and we've actually lucky enough at St. Sigma, they've got some overall process data that they can share with us. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop share. I'm going to share again, go to my desktop, because I'm going to be moving between applications. I want you guys to be able to see all the different things I'm going to do here. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and download the overall process data. And this is some cycle time data that's going to be downloaded. And I've got that, and I'm going to click on that, and I've opened that up as a spreadsheet here. And let me go ahead and do the view here. I'm going to go to 200%, so it's a little bit bigger. And so here's the data. Let me go ahead and put this into a second here. Let me go ahead and go to home here and get this stuff in the, there we go. All right, so we've got 3 columns of data. I've got observations, I've got the hour of the day, and this is on a 24-hour clock from 0 to 24 or 23. I've got the glucose test, I've got the total cycle time. So to do that whole process, I've got the total time in minutes here. You see we've got a variety. And then she talked about the processes being labeled either stat, which means they need to be done in a hurry, or it's just a routine labeling of those particular orders. I've got a lot of data. So if you look down here in the bottom, I've got 695 observations over 7 days, but I really don't need all that data. I'm just going to go with 100 observations from 7 days, sort of randomly selected, right? So there's the data here. I'm going to go ahead and copy this to my clipboard. So I've just copied that to my clipboard. And then I'm going to go back to, let's see here. Let me go back here. And I'm going to go to my more steam. I'm going to go back here. And I'm going to go to engine room and launch this. Because I'm curious, like, what this data exactly looks like. Looks like I got less than 60 seconds to finish this out. I'm going to create a new project. And I'm going to call it blood. And I want to just sort of see what this data looks like. I'm going to go to basic graphs. I'm going to go, whoops. I'm going to create some new data. I'm going to paste this from my clipboard. So there's my data in the clipboard. I'm going to save it. And then I want to see what this looks like. I'm going to go do a histogram. And I'm going to click on that data. And I've got the time here. There's the data. And I'm going to just go ahead and take the defaults, continue, continue. And now I've got a nice visual picture of what my data looks like. And she talked about, you know, the 2-hour mark or 120 minutes, you know, stuff that takes longer than that is a problem. And it looks like I definitely got some data up around the 125 better. The summary data talks about, let's see, the maximum values being like 137 minutes here. Okay. So that's it for tonight. That's an introduction to Six Sigma, and just visualizing the data is a big step forward in the measurement phase. Okay. Make the data visual. We will hang around, answer questions. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. I'm also going to stop recording.